A show based on the facts, honesty, the man, the myth, the legend, Constitutionalist Joseph M. Leonard.
Welcome to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast, aka CTP. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard, and that's Leonard. CTP is your no muss, no fuss, just me, you, and occasional guest type podcast. Really appreciate you tuning in. As Graham Norton would say, let's get on with the show!
Hey gang, just a brief intro into Music Weeks. Here they are now. Music Weeks, thankfully, has grown into a pretty big deal. So it's grown a lot more than just the one music week. It originally was going to start out as into multiple weeks now. Let's go ahead and get into this particular day's Music Weeks episodes. And I'm trying to drop them Monday through Friday each week of Music Weeks.
Warning, this episode contains some audio and or video glitches. It is not your equipment.
Hello, everybody. I will get into this being shorter episode of Music Week about music censorship, cancel culture in a second, but a brief intro after the show intro about what's going on. Some with Music Weeks, it's growing. For those behind the scenes video, I'm trying to go through my closet and dig up concert shirts from various people, various venues over time. And today, if you're looking behind the scenes video, I'm wearing Joan Jett and the Blackhearts from her Fetish tour. Now, people might think, uh-oh, a Christian, why? And fetish, isn't that kind of a sexual perversion thing? Well, you're kind of missing a point here. It's a concept item, album, and yes, sexual overtone. Also, someone like in music, we're dealing in Music Week, right? Someone may be someone's muse to inspire a writing, inspire a song, or inspire a book, to inspire them to all kinds of things. A fetish in her song is, you are my fetish, as if like your love, our love for each other, your love is my fetish. So it's an analogy. Can we please lighten up to some degree on some things? Please. Gotta maintain a sense of humor. And again, we're dealing in Music Week, and there are all kinds of metaphors that get used in music for certain things. I joke when I go on shows and talk about my books. I'm too clever for metaphors. I use meta sixes. But right? You know me, I can't pass the lame pun. But yeah, so Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, fetish. Yes, sexual, double entendre, innuendo, but look beyond that to a bigger, broader metaphorical analogy of love is there. So don't judge her harshly. And I get it, right? These artists want to do something new and different. They get tired and bored of the same stuff. Like I've talked about, Van Halen got all kinds of grief with Women and Children first entering keyboards onto what do you want them playing Running with the Devil, which is not a satanic worship song. If you listen to it, the background, you can look it up, the background online of that phrase. It's not satanic worship. Again, please, can we calm down? It's analogies, it's metaphors, and running with the devil, kind of a keeping up with the Joneses metaphor, but also Firehouse, which I'd love to wear that shirt, had a shirt with all 4 band members that we met back when I was married at Harpo's Music Theater. I had to meet and talk with them. One of their songs, which is one of my favorites. It's not blasphemous. It's not sacrilegious. It's just a metaphor, and it's a good one. Their song, You Are My Religion. He's not saying he's making someone their Christ-like figure and their God. It is, they worship the ground they walk on. It's a metaphor and an analogy, and a great one off of their acoustics album. So at any rate, I said all that to say this. Some people you're not going to see during Music Weeks. Past music-related episodes I wanted to mention. Gista, talk about rap, also about loss, human loss, and property loss, because he's originally from NOLA and his mother went through the Katrina catastrophe. And that, you want to talk about a man-caused disaster. They failed to shore up the levees when they were given money to do so. And of course, the storm came. They couldn't hold it back. And many more people's lives were lost and their livelihoods destroyed because the politicians stole that money and used it for other things. Whole other story. But Chenille and Luann Hunt, I had on in December 2024 because we talked music, including some Christmas music. Going back, Richard Lynch has been on twice. Robert Ross has been on. So I know I'm drawing a blank, and I could go into some of the people who will be on for Music Weeks, but why bother? Just please watch Monday through Friday once Music Weeks kicks off for 2-3 weeks, maybe even a whole music month, I hope, by the time I'm done building this, still in the development stages as I record this, putting it together, getting people to come on the show. The point being, there's too many to mention, and those that would have been reprise shows are kind of now crowded out. So I wanted to mention some of them. The 3 years, calendar years now that I've been on 2022, I've had on many musical guests for many reasons to talk music and other things. Just wanted you to know, hey, outside of Music Weeks, go back in the catalog and find those other great musical artists that aren't on during Music Weeks now, but are worthy of you going back and looking at. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Let's get to the music censorship segment. Hello, everyone. This is going to be a bit of an odd episode for Music Week's run, but I felt I needed to do it. It'll probably be pretty short, too, because I have to be careful what I say here, or YouTube will kick me off YouTube. And why I say that, for behind the scenes video, I'm holding up my note. There was a YouTube video called Taboo Tunes 3 from Professor of Rock, I think he goes by on YouTube. He had Taboo Tunes 1, Taboo Tunes 2, and Taboo Tunes 3 about music that has met with cancel culture and pretty much doesn't get any airplay anymore. So I want to refer you to my Substack article, and you can find my Substack at https://tinyurl.com/JLD on Substack. All run together as one word, or jleonarddetroit.substack.com. But the shortcut, tinyurl.com/JLD on Substack, and it is called Another Example of Left Woke PC Cultural Marxism Destroying America, Cancel Culture, and Censorship. Professor of Rock had the Taboo Tunes 3, and he had to carefully dance around words like I'm going to have to here. I want to address just one song he goes into there. And again, check out the Substack article, goes into things won't be able to go into in the video. But a song by Cher, all right? I like some of her stuff. I'm not a big fan of her personally, but she's got some good stuff, right? She's recorded some good music. Well, way back when she was with the Sonny and Cher show, people who are older will remember that. Younger people will probably be asking, who the heck was Sonny? But Sonny and Cher, a husband and wife team, she married him. He broke her into basically the music industry.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Joseph M. Leonard, host of Constitutionals, taking a brief moment to thank myarchic.com. Together we share the Christian and family value of honoring family. myarchic.com helps you do that. Preserving family memories online also, therefore, can be shared online. Think of myArchic like a Noah's Ark for images, audio, video, preserving, honoring your family. Thank you again to the folks over at myarchic.com.
But she did a song, I can't say the name of the song here, which is the issue, which is the problem with pathetical correctness, crowd. You can't say some things to have an honest conversation, which is what my article was all about and what this show is about. But her mixed heritage, you see me on video behind the scenes using the air quotes, right? I can say mixed heritage. She was part Cherokee, part Caucasian. And the song in question here that she now refuses to sing anymore, refuses to play, even though it was a major, massive hit for her way back when. And the point I'm making here is people who leap to conclusions, the pathetical corruptness crowd, the cancel culture crowd, and I am so upset with Cher that she refuses to do this song because the song is positive, but people look at it negatively just because of the title of the song. It's not politically correct to say, but it is a Martin Luther King Jr. content of character type positivity, if I could get that word out, song about not judging based on looks, but content of character, and how people back then when she was younger looked down upon her because of her part Cherokee nature. She wasn't accepted in Cherokee because of her Caucasian side. She wasn't accepted by a lot in the Caucasian crowd because of her Cherokee side. And the whole point of the song is Martin Luther King Jr. style content of character, but yet she refuses to stand up to the woke crowd because she's a leftist, rather than say, hey, this song is a positive song. It's an empowerment song. It's about judging on content of character, but she won't say that. She just refuses to do the song now, which is sad and a shame, because she could be educating people. She could be doing good in our society, talking about that song and doing a monologue perhaps before going into the song about what it's really about, and people's emotional, hysteric snowflakism, idiocy over the title of the song. About, if you're concerned about it, change the name of the song and call it Mixed Heritage, so people will be less up in a roar about it, because again, it's a positive, good song. So with that said, this is just going to be a short episode, mainly because it fits into Music Week. The Music Weeks, plural, but it is a Music Week episode, urging you to go to my Substack, jletterdetroit.substack.com, or tinyurl.com/JLD on Substack, JLD for J Leonard Detroit, and look at more about and behind that song, and I could put it in print so you can actually see the real name of the song, whereas I cannot say it here, or YouTube will take down my channel, just as Professor of Rock had to be very careful and tiptoe around it also in his Taboo Tunes 3 episode he did, and I'm so glad he did it, because I was unaware of Cher's refusal to even acknowledge the tune ever existed anymore, and it's pathetic. That's why I call PC not political correctness, but pathetical corruptness. Cher, you are doing a disservice to yourself and to all peoples by refusing to deal with the issue. Disgusted with her over this. And anyway, and because again, I enjoy the tremolos run, the believe. If you're watching on the video, I'm not using auto tune. I'm using my finger on my throat to cause a bit of a reverb effect, right? Do you believe in life after love and whatever? I mean, she's had some good songs, some clever songs. I don't have to like the person to acknowledge they've done some good music. And here, Cher, I want to praise you for a great tune you did, but you now distance yourself from that tune, and it's such a shame. So again, please check out the Substack article for more on this. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Thank you for tuning into Music Week's episodes. I greatly appreciate this chance to present some different things away from the norm, what I usually present on Constitutionalist Politics podcast. Of course, you know, my guests don't always have to have anything to do with Christianity or faith of any kind, or politics even of any kind, but they often do. Music Week is a chance, while some of the guests indeed, yes, are Christian-based, a chance to open it up to a lot more broader audience, non-religious, non-political related, to bring in. I've rambled again, as you do at times. I apologize. Thank you again for tuning in. Take care. God bless.
Thank you for having tuned in for Constitutionalist Politics Show. If you haven't already, please check out my primary internationally available book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you. Available anywhere books are sold. If you have locally run bookstores still near you, they can order it for you. And let me remind, over time, the fancy high production items will come. But for now, for starters, it's just you as a very appreciated listener by me. All substance, no fluff, just straight to key discussion points. A show that looks at a variety of topics, mostly politics, through a Christian U.S. constitutionalist lens. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. God bless. Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Podcast fans, get more about your favorite podcasts via deepcast.fm, transcripts, and all kinds of extra available information on your favorite podcast, including Constitutionalist Politics Podcast, is listed at deepcast.fm, as well as, are you a podcaster? Well, you can claim your free listing and more via Deepcast Pro. Check out tinyurl.com/DeepcastPro for podcasters for your free listing, and that's the number 4 in there. tinyurl.com/DeepcastPro for podcasters, the number 4, Deepcast Pro, the number 4 podcasters via tinyurl.com extension. Take care, all. You gotta check them out. Get more out of your podcast, whether you're the podcaster or the podcastee. Yeah, I think I just invented that word. Hey, dang, I don't know why I didn't think of this days ago. Just wanted to take a minute. You could see the ugly couch, as I refer to it. I didn't even bother to pull the green screen all the way down to hide it this time. At any rate, just wanted to take a second to let you all know I'm on Substack now. Been there for, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, maybe a month. I don't remember when I made my first post, but I just now thought, duh, why haven't I told you about it here? To my followers, subscribers, whatnot, here. So, yes, I'm over on Substack, https://tinyurl.com/JLD on Substack. Real easy, shortcut to get there. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Hope you'll check out what's going on over there. Things are happening fast and furious in DC Swampland, so I've had a lot of fast and furious posts over at Substack trying to keep our side informed, reality versus delusion and spin. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. See you over on Substack. Just wanted to give a brief shout out and thank you to all the folks on iHeartRadio, Player FM, being 2 in the top 3 platforms that my show, Constitutionalist Politics, is most often listened. So thank you all. Take care. Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help.
Wham Radio, 1600 AM and 92.7 FM is your conservative flamethrower. Weekdays, Steve Gruber starts things off at 6 a.m. Gruber gives his perspective on the issues of the day. At 9 a.m., Glenn Beck blazes the airwaves with his nationally syndicated program. From noon to 3, it's Dennis Prager. At 3 o'clock, it's Wham's own Thayrone X. On the Edge, Thayrone tells it exactly as he sees it. At 6, it's The Dana Show, your conservative alternative. At 8, don't miss Joe Pags. Weekends are filled with conservative talk as well. Fingers Malloy, Thomas LeDuc, The Abolitionists Roundtable, A Moment of Clarity with Pastor Rick, Your American Heritage with Ed Bondarenka, Dave Janda's Operation Freedom, and Dick Kupke's Trigger Talk. You can even get links to Wham podcasts from Dave, Dick, and of course Thayrone, all from their pages on our website, whamradio.com. Keep it locked on Wham Radio, 1600 AM and 92.7 FM in southeastern Michigan, and whamradio.com anywhere in the world.